This message is in regard to Ludwig. He asks, where is it at? So, how do you deal with a client who gets emotional or starts crying during a treatment? Do you stop and talk? And with myself, when that's happened, it's happened a few times. What I do is I stop. If they want to talk, that's fine. But just don't be a psychologist, of course. So we're not licensed for that. Especially in the United States, and other strict rules with that. So again, just be careful. You can recommend them to see a psychologist. Might be a good idea to have some numbers for that. But of course, you can let them talk, let them cry, kind of thing. But again, be careful to not to recommend anything except seeing a psychologist. And sometimes they might just whimper a little bit. You can ask them, do you want me to continue with the massage or not? Sometimes just, I don't know, it's weird. I mean, many different kind of things can evoke emotions, especially massage will do that. So I'd say it's kind of proven. Really haven't found the evidence, but many people have said that muscles do hold memories. That's why these kind of things can come out, especially the deeper you go into the tissue. Those kind of thoughts and emotions can come up then. But just make sure that you're aware that it's more likely not anything to do with you. It's something in the past that brought up. And I remember somebody saying about John Barnes. He said he was performing myofascial on this person and virtually the whole body, and then he got to somebody's pinky, and then the person kind of started crying. Then the person kind of had flashbacks of when he was little, that his parents would bend his pinky back to discipline him. But when they're doing myofascial release, it kind of mimicked that, so that's when those kind of things came up. So don't quote me on that story, but that's just what I've heard that John Barnes said in an article somewhere then. And let me see, another question he also asked is, what if somebody farts during the massage treatment? That's a totally honest and good question to ask. It's happened quite a few times too to me, and what I do for the client, if I know that they are awake and they have flatulence, what I do is hopefully I can spark a little comedy with them, and I'll say, oh, that's the highest compliment you can give me, kind of thing. More likely they feel real comfortable with you. And sometimes working on the abdominal region can happen with that, or even on the lower back. Sometimes you're pushing on the abdominal region too. Those kind of things can happen. But make sure you're aware if they are awake, they might feel really embarrassed. So that's why I myself always tend to use humor with those kind of situations, just to put them a little bit at ease then. And I assume the therapist does nothing and goes on with his job. So yeah, some people will just do nothing and act like nothing happened. But again, if you know the client is actually awake, and what you can do is make up a little excuse too, like bump the table or bump something and make it kind of sound like it too, so put them a little bit at ease. Or you can just say, oh, also when they move around, sometimes the friction of the table and the body sometimes can make those kind of sounds too. Or you just rubbing, or you just putting your hand down on the table and just moving a little bit can make those sounds. So again, anything to put them at ease, to make them feel comfortable, because the more they feel comfortable, more likely they will come back on a regular basis too then. So hopefully that answers your questions. And anybody else, you can leave comments below, and any kind of if you've been in these kind of situations, to help Ludwig out then. Thank you.